Hello everyone. When my son was about 2 years old, he came back from school on this particular day and said, "Mommy, my teacher beat me." And this was a boy. We were surprised because this was a boy that was slow in speech, as at that time he hadn't started talking, so he could hardly articulate words. So we were a little bit surprised. What could a little boy as this would have done that is the teacher would beat him? I looked at my wife, she looked at me, and we knew what we were thinking. And she said she will need to go to the school to ask why he was beaten, because he was quite too small. So we just wanted to know, not because we were protesting the fact that he was beaten, no, but what really happened? What could he have done? And so we wanted to know so that we could help him too. She said she was going to see them. I said, okay, just calm down, because right now it appears you are a little bit angry. So let's give it some time so that when the anger abates, you can go and see them. Because as a teacher, I know what it means, for how humiliating and how bad I feel sometimes when people bump into me and aggressively talk about what happened to their children without giving me respect in my own space as a teacher. So I want you to be very gentle with those people. So she went and everything was, we understood what happened. But the point I'm making out of this video is this. As a school leader, I've been head of academics, I've been administrative head of schools, and for the first time it dawned on me how parents feel each time their children take a report back home. I felt it for the first time. I have received hundreds of such complaints, and this one is even in high school, secondary school. "Oh, Mr. Eneljo, I am tired. My daughter came home and reported that this teacher flogged. Just take a look at the hand of my daughter." And this other one came and said, "Somebody called my daughter a she-goat." Another person came and reported, "Why would my son be treated in this manner? Why would somebody spank my son?" And I told him his health status. I told the school about his health status, that he should not be beaten, and this and that. A lot of complaints, hundreds of them, have come to my table at one time or the other. But for the first time, I have felt what they felt. And many times, I must confess, some complaints, I feel that why would a parent come to complain that the child was disciplined? So I felt that way. But for the first time, I am now directly in the shoes of this parent. Now it's my son coming to tell me, how did I feel? So that experience, although before this time I resolved their cases, we treat them professionally according to the rules of such institution, and everybody go happy, leave the school happier than they came. I became more conscious of my reaction when my biological son was in the same situation. Someone said that the future we hold in trust for our own children can only be shaped by our fairness to other people's children. Every complaint deserves some treatment. On another occasion, at this time he was about 3 years old. At this time he was in another school, in another state. So this event happened in Bayelsa. Now we were in Port Harcourt. And then he came home one day and said, "Daddy, Mommy, our teacher called Amarachi small pepper. I looked at my wife and we talked for a while. You know what small pepper means in the Nigerian parlance? You know those smallish women, smallish people that can make trouble a lot. And one day I drove to school to pick him from school, and I asked him, where is that Amarachi in your class that your teacher called small pepper? And he pointed at a girl, very smallish in nature and looking very smart, and you could tell how vocal such children can be. And then I looked at the girl and said, oh, little wonder. But the question is this: let's assume the girl went back home and to tell her parents, my teacher called me small pepper. In an educational setting, it is important that we take note, we put ourselves in the shoes of these reporting parents so that we know how they feel in order to better treat their children well. Because what goes around comes around. For me, it came around and I became more empathetic. I became more conscious of how I help handle their situation. For a lot of people who explain away some of the complaints of these parents are either they have fast forgotten their own time when they were raising their children, or they have never had this experience, or are not even having children of this age who may have brought reports at one time or the other to them. But do not forget that the future we hold in trust for our children can only be shaped when we are fair to other people's children. I'd like you to leave a comment in the comment section, and please do not forget to share. Please subscribe to this channel so that it will get to a lot of teachers, caregivers, and everyone that need to see this video. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.